hostile environment. I thought we had a lot of fans before the game that showed up. They were vocal, so it was kind of good to get that first win, not just with our football team, but with them also. It's hard winning in the NFL. I know that's kind of coach speak a little bit, but it is, especially going on the road, division game. It's hard to beat someone 9 in a row. There's a lot of things that we had at stake, but as much as anything, for us to be able to finish a game, we talked about it. We're getting better in a lot of areas, and I thought the guys just play after play. Defensively, I think they were 0 for 3 in the red zone, 0 for 3 on fourth downs, the takeaways, just playing hard. We rotated more guys. You get here, you see it's a little bit warmer than normal. So that was good. And offensively, we made the plays that we needed to. When you don't turn the ball over, and I thought Cam did some good things, punting the ball, pinning them back down, and Emi stepping up and kicking the kicks when we needed to. So team effort. It's good to figure out what you're supposed to do after win. Hopefully it's the first of many. Take your question.
How do you describe Dameon Pierce's impact on his team? What was coming to your mind on that 20-yard run when he was pregnant?
Well, I'd say he's had a consistent impact on our team. From when he came into the building, we know that he's going to finish. He's going to show toughness. And he's going to make plays. He's going to make you miss an old field. He's doing what a one running back in the NFL should do. And a day like today, we need to lean on the run. And I thought he was outstanding.
Lovie the pass breakup, but also the interception in the red zone. Is that kind of why you guys bring player like him in there?
Yes, Stingley is going to be a great player. Again, I've talked about how smart he is knowing the game. He learned something every snap. I thought he competed hard. Steve Nelson did. I thought our back secondary did. We knew who we were playing coming in, and as you can see, we kind of lean on one coverage a little bit more. You guys say that all you do is play cover 2. Well, we played cover 2 quite a few times a day, and I know we got some results from it.
What was the process and the thinking behind, your decision to punt it on fourth down? That's 50. Obviously, it worked out in your favor.
Well, the way we had been playing defense through the day, felt like we didn't need to make a move like that. Played odds, which we did, and it worked out, right? I like to call when it worked out.
How would you describe how your defensive line played today? They didn't get any sacks, but you guys were able to pressure the quarterback 14 times. How would you describe how they played?
I think exactly what you said. First thing, how many sacks did you get? And we didn't. But I thought he was on the run quite a bit. And a lot of those passes that were incompletions had a little bit to do with some of the pressure. So it's about rush and coverage, and especially today. It's tough duty for the NFL, for our defensive line today, because we weren't blitzing a lot. So when the offense pretty much knows 4-man rush, you can gang up on those 4 guys, but they fought hard.
We talked about how you've seen a lot of football. How special is that run by Dameon Pierce and what you've seen?
It's fitting that he would, when we needed a play like that he would be the one that showed up. So that's, we're running football team. He's our tailback, and the toughness and that you want to bring, especially in a game like that. It's late in the game. Somebody's got to make a play. No such thing as fatigue then. So, I can talk about Dameon quite a bit, just believe in the guy.
Lovie, you're on first win as the head coach of the Houston Texans. For you personally, was it mean for you with the way the guys compete?
Well, it's big because I do know how hard it is. We've been battling for 4 weeks, and hadn't been able to finish it, and that's all we've talked about. And I know how the guys have been responding behind the scenes. They've been just belief, faith that eventually it's going to get done. But now that we have taken care of that, I'm just anxious to get that second win now.
Lovie, when you played in the Bucs, a lot of times guys lose games because of errors. They had a crucial penalty when the guy slung down Davis. What do you think when something like that happens and the opportunity to give you guys some stride?
Well, I mean, what I'm thinking, good for us, you know. It is tough when those things happen, but, I mean, we have rules on how we play the game, and that was obvious. That should have been called. Timely penalty for us.
Stingley gets his first interception. I mean, what'd you see from that? And obviously took it out at the 2. What was that whole situation like?
Well, big play. Whenever you can take the ball away in the end zone, you know, that's huge. They have a chance. I mean, 14, look at it, you know, at least 10. For a fact, you're taking away 7 points probably. So that was big. That was a good play. The play that they ran was the same one that the Chargers ran on us on 4th down last week. So we're ready for it this time.
The 3rd and 10 play with the Mills to Akins. Obviously, Akins got to come up. But what type of impact do you feel like that particular play, had on you guys? Because obviously, before hadn't been able to convert, you do it this time.
Huge, you know, tight game in the end. Somebody has to step up and make a play, and a great play. That's, again, when you've been close, you need somebody at the end to do something like that. So I just know it's a huge play. He's capable of that. All we've seen from him is just good play each week. You know, we shuffled that tight end position around a little bit, but Jordan can do some things like that.
Good. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, Pearson eligibility. Pierce is coming right away.
Take us through the 20-yard run, the tackles you were breaking, kind of what's going through your mind as you were trying to get in there.
Go country boy, go. I was trying to get in that touchdown, man. And I know I had them big boys coming eventually. You know, they're gonna rally behind me at some point. So I was just trying to fight, man, get in the end zone.
You played in this stadium as a Gator. Did you have any memories being back here today?
Man, every Georgia Florida game, man, it's kind of nostalgic. You know, you think back to the days of your alma mater. You know, go Gators. You know, I put that on video, man. Little Gator talk. But you know, just like I say about every game, that's a surreal moment. You know, been dreaming about these moments since you were little, and just being in the NFL stadium alone by itself is a blessing. You know, and I just try to take advantage of all those opportunities I have, and just try to play my heart out, man, every game.
Lovie Smith said that it was fitting that you were the one to give them the play when they most needed it. After that run, breaking those tackles, what was the minimum that you felt, the emotion in that moment?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Well, I really felt I was tired at first. I was tired at first, but after I caught my breath a little bit, man, you know, like, we just needed a surge, man. Like, we were just looking for somebody to make a play, because Nico made the play a couple drives before. You know, we was putting together a drive, but we weren't quite finishing them and punishing them and playing our type of football. And we got back playing our style of football. And when we playing our style of football, we usually a great offense, you know, when we get things rolling. And just that play kind of surged everyone up, got our spirits up, and it led to a touchdown.
Dameon, Lovie just a second ago was talking about how, like, not just the impact you had today, but the consistent impact you've had day in and day out. What do you think has enabled you to do that for this team? You know, obviously being a rookie, but day in, day out, game in, game out. Why do you think you've been so prepared for the moment so far?
Because I got a great group of guys around me on this team, you know, from the veteran leadership to the coaches, to the support staff, training room, weight room. You know, it takes a village, you know, especially me being a rookie. I'm a young guy. You know, it takes a village, you know, kind of groom me in the right direction I need to be to be, a key factor on this team and be an eventual leader on this team and take the role of some of those veteran guys as they end their careers, as they move away from football. They are doing a great job of putting me in that role to enable me to be one of those leaders, and step up for this team.
Amy, did you know you were down when they reviewed it? Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
I apologize, man. I was talking to Lovie in there for the show. Can you just take us through the 20-yard run? At least 5 guys have a shot. And particularly, there's somebody hanging off your back at one point. How do you run through that?
Initially, great block by A.J. Kane. To finish the play, you got to start the play. A.J. definitely started the play for me. Great block up front, right in the slap middle of the defense, right in the heart of the defense, and sprung out to the right. And, that's kind of where I flourish, kind of smaller guys, kind of like DB types, safeties, corners, and guys who are used to tackling. And I just try to take advantage of that. Every time I get into the secondary, I always try to get some yak yards. And that's just what it was, man. Just me playing ball.
When you're tied up like that and spinning, what are you even seeing? Like, how do you even know where?
It's all about contact balance, bro. Like, if you feel somebody, just spin out. You feel me? You got somebody on your leg, pull out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody coming, dip your shoulder, double out the ball. Just get yak yards, man. It takes time. It definitely comes with time. Like, I wouldn't tell you to go put no pads on and try to go spin out of something, but it comes with time. But there's ways of maneuvering. There's right way to do things. I think what it come down to, when me and DB go watch it, I think the only thing DB gonna be worried about is me double wrapping the ball, and that's what I was really focused about. And the yak yards gonna come. As long as I got that ball wrapped up, I'm good.
Maybe this is the first win. You guys have been pushing, you've been close before. Does this feel like now that you've won a game, you have that off your back, that you guys can start playing more like the kind of football you want to play?
I wouldn't say we are in the clear yet. This is the first of hopefully many. It's always hard to get that first one, and hopefully we just build off of this, and keep playing Texan football as we know it. Like today was a wonderful showing of all 3 phases of the game coming together for us. Special teams, offense, defense, everybody made plays when they were supposed to. It don't matter what happened before, just play your next play, and I feel like we did a pretty good job of that. And overall, I base our win based off all 11 guys on the field playing their heart out, and I feel like we did that today, and that leads to victories, and hopefully we can continue on that.
Currently, you're in the top 5 in rushing in NFL. How does that make you feel knowing that you're in that type of air?
Blessing. Shout out to them big boys. Because they always, they like, DP, we got it, but we're going to keep rolling. Nico always come. DP, you feel me, keep throwing that thing, baby. Everybody in my ear, man, even when it's a down day, they always pick me up. But like I said before, man, it's really a village, coming in, helping me as a rookie, especially as a rookie. Like, you don't get that out of most locker rooms. They kind of let the rookies kind of fend for themselves. But I'm blessed and grateful to be in the locker room with it, with such camaraderie and brotherhood that, those guys lift me up in the moments, and they push me along and help me develop.
Go ahead, the last time you had big games in Chicago, but it came to a losing effort. You don't really want to talk about it, so how much more does it mean to you to have a big game, but this time around you guys won?
Like I was saying, man, it just really kind of everybody making plays, bro. And that's how you write it up. This is NFL, man. We gotta let our guys shine. I feel like everybody shined today. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like everybody playing hard knows football. This was what it was, top 3, top 5 run defense. Yeah, so those guys, they were biting, man. It wasn't a pretty game. It was just like, it was all iron sharpening iron. Every play, man, they'll get their plays, we'll get our plays. It just came down who wanted to fight more and who had the will to win. And I'm just grateful that we came out with a win, and hopefully we can build off of it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.
Big win, obviously. It was a close game, and felt like we did what we needed to do late in the game in the fourth quarter to finish it out and get the win. Felt all three phases played really well today. DP ran extremely hard behind the offensive line, who I thought blocked really well, and we didn't turn the ball over, so we did what we needed.
You mentioned that run, Pierce there. What was your initial reaction seeing that run from him?
He wants to win the game. I think I probably counted at least 6 broken tackles that run. I looked at LT after the play, and I was like, this guy, he's the real deal. He's trying to win games, and he's helping us out a lot, and we're moving the ball down the field behind him, and we finished that drive with points, and that's all we wanted to do.
How do you describe his impact on the offense?
Just the energy he brings day in and day out. It rubs off on everybody on the team, and we want to rally behind that, and we want to fight for him. I know the offensive line does especially, and the defense, they see it on the sideline, see how hard we're fighting and playing out there, and they want to do the same and try to get the ball back to us so we can continue to keep driving the ball down the field and get points.
Pep talked on Thursday about self-scouting. It seemed like a lot of your plays today came out of play actions when people expected runs when they might have expected pass. How do you feel like y'all are keeping them off guard today?
Yeah, we just got to continue to mix it up throughout the season. If you show something one game, you got to come back and potentially run it the next game and try to execute. And if you don't want to run that, show something else to keep the defenses guessing. I think we kind of found our identity today, being a run-first football team downhill. And we did that efficiently, and then we had to make some plays in the passing game when we needed to. And our guys stepped up and made some plays on the edge, and defense did as well. So it was a good team win.
You tossed it up to Nico on the sideline there. He come down with it. I mean, went to him 3 times, I think, out of those. I mean, what is it like to see him make plays like that?
It's great. We kind of felt that at the end of last year when he was stepping up and making some big-time plays. And really this year we've really emphasized find a way to get 12 the ball because he's going to make a play for you. And he showed that today. He's going to go up and win those 50-50 balls. I mean, I don't think they're 50-50 balls when you throw it to Nico. So that's big for him. And, I mean, he converted those big-time third downs when we needed him to.
Can you say the 3rd and 10 play to Jordan, what you saw there, and how important that was for you all at this point in the season? I haven't converted that in the past, but finally getting over that hump.
Yeah, that was huge. That was one of the plays where we go up to the line without anything truly called out of the huddle. We tried to send an indicator out with the running back to the edge. They ended up showing man, and then we ended up calling a timeout, and then we ended up going back to the same play. And they showed man again, but ended up falling out in the cover 2. And the way we teach that route that he ran, obviously it's a man route. We're trying to kind of set picks for him and then have him run to the sideline away from the guy who's covering him. But they fell off into cover 2, and we teach get width away from the defense before you start building your depth. And he did that, and I gave him a chance to get the ball before the corner got to it, and he ended up converting the first down. It was a huge play.
An important play in that drive, I think it was the same drive as when Trayvon Walker kind of threw you down and gave you a feeling. Were you surprised that happened there at that moment? And I guess what was your reaction?
I mean, I wasn't too surprised. Obviously, didn't really have much time to react to it. They jumped off sides, and then he ended up throwing me down after the play. Probably a little frustrated. We've been running the ball well all game. I mean, it's divisional opponent. There's always a little bit of chippiness throughout the game. I guess his kind of temper broke, but that was a big play for us because it allowed us to get back ahead of the chains, got another first down from it. But, I mean, that kind of set off that drive and allowed us to go down and score.
You mentioned finding your identity today. I mean, 5 games in, you'll spend the offseason like really trying to get together as a team. How do you describe pushing through finally and entering the bye week with this? What's the feeling?
It's a great feeling all around. We've been close every game up to this point. We feel like we could have more wins than we do right now, but really got to find the momentum that we had when we strained and fought through the finish of this game to get the win and carry that momentum into the rest of the season. I mean, it takes a little bit, but a football team needs to learn how to find ways to win the game, and we did that today, and hopefully we can do that moving forward this year.
All set?
Thank you.